of the new generation.
99.5
Play FM. Play it live.
You're tuned into 99.5 Play FM. It's the Home Run.
Play it live every Wednesday, 8 to 9 p.m. on the Home Run with Renzo and Margo, with replays on Saturday, 8 to 9 p.m.
Play it live.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Because there's nothing like hearing it live.
Absolutely correct. Nothing like hearing it live here at 99.5 Play FM, 24th of October, 2018. My name is Renzo.
And I'm Margo.
Welcome to the Home Runs Play It Live. Oh, my goodness. Great Wednesday. A reason to celebrate because we have someone on the show who has just been hanging out with us these past couple of hours and has been just a great guest all around. I'm very excited to have him on the show. Please welcome ZYME.
What up? What?
There you go. I love it. You know, I think it's always a good omen when we introduce an artist and they hype themselves up. Yeah. I love the energy.
Should we do it one more time?
Yeah. Please welcome ZYME. There you go. Love it. Right in the microphone. Welcome to the show, man. Thanks for being here.
Yo, thank you for having me.
Is this your first time on Filipino radio?
No, I've been on a couple stations.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't name them though.
Yeah, of course not, because you're here and we're the best one.
Exactly.
And none of them matter. So, I'm kidding. But yeah, thanks for being here. And I know that microphone's on. So I know that getting here in the first place was a bit of a challenge. Before we get into your show,
it was like super interesting. So I was in Quezon City, and I kept trying to get a grab over here, and that didn't work. So I took MRT for the first and last time.
Okay, yeah, first and last.
Yeah, it was like I had never been so claustrophobic in my life, and I smelled like so many different body odors. It was like a selection of like aromas.
It's like the UN of body odors.
Yeah, no, dude, that is like the best explanation ever. It was literally like the UN. And it was like, okay, there's the female body odor, there's this foreigner body odor, there's a local body odor. Which body odor do you want?
That's why we always say, like every single night on the show, respect to people out there who, you know, go there, use it every single morning, every single night for the grind, getting to work and back and home. It's just like, it's a nightmare. But the
traffic.
Yeah, definitely.
How fast did you get here?
Oh, it was quick. It was like 30 minutes or less.
Nice.
All right. Now, for those of you who aren't aware of ZYME, can you please introduce yourself real quick and what kind of music you produce?
Okay, what's poppin'? I'm ZYME. I'm from the Bay Area. Been out here in Mandaluyong, and I actually have a project called Manilafornia that I've been putting out. It's a mixtape. Shout out to DJ Stilo who really helped with that. Shout out to Mike Swift, a lot of artists who came through and blessed verses on that project. But I'm a rapper, and I'm ready to rap tonight.
All right.
And you know what? Let me just say, he is not an ounce Pinoy in his blood.
Really?
But he's got a lot of Pinoy in his heart.
I was gonna say, yeah, you know, I'm 100% Pinoy in my spirit.
There you go.
I think you need to mark off like 10 more MRT rides, and then you're officially Filipino.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Let's get through that. But hey, we got a whole hour to hang out with ZYME, and of course to hear his music. So let's get right into it. Are you ready for your first two songs?
Yeah. So we're gonna drop these songs. I just dropped a project. It's called the Harajuku Mixtape. I don't know if you've ever been to Harajuku Street in Japan.
Been to Tokyo, but never in Harajuku area.
Okay, so it was inspired by that, and these are some of the songs from it, which is available on Spotify. So let's go with the first one.
All right, let's do this, folks. For the first time on Play It Live, we've got ZYME.
Yeah. What up? 99.5 Play FM.
They'll be talking about ZYME,
Talking
and like criticizing him.
What?
But then they be all handshakes, smiles. They be watching his story.
Okay.
It don't make no sense to me.
On the low. On the low. On the low. On the low. Wake up from a dream, right into another dream. Ain't no in between, I can only be a king until I'm eating good cuisine, until my whip is hella clean. If I ever take a L, I'll bounce back like trampoline. I'm knocking on these doors and it isn't Halloween. They better let me in before I do like Wolverine. They questioning my hunger, but my stomach's so upset, and they ain't even seen anything just yet. I've been on the up and up, but I'm moving on the low. I've been on the up and up, but I'm moving on the low. Got some money on the way that I ain't afraid to blow. Got some money on the way that I ain't afraid to blow. Everybody wanna tell me how to live my life. I don't got no mini-me's, I don't got no wife. I'm just doing me, I'm just doing me. I used to be a local, now I'm overseas. I be fresh with lemon squeeze, lemon tree in the breeze. I'ma live it up, come and celebrate with me. You could do it too if you sprinkle it with love, but do not get it twisted, cause I'm rolling with some thugs. I've been on the up and up, but I'm moving on the low. I've been on the up and up, but I'm moving on the low. Got some money on the way that I ain't afraid to blow. Got some money on the way that I ain't afraid to blow. I've been on the up and up, but I'm moving on the low. I've been on the up and up, but I'm moving on the low. Got some money on the way that I ain't afraid to blow. Got some money on the way that I ain't afraid to blow. I've been on the up and up, but I'm moving on the low. I've been on the up and up, but I'm moving on the low. Got some money on the way that I ain't afraid to blow. Got some money on the way that I ain't afraid to blow. On the low, low, on the low, the low, the low, on the low, the low, on the low, the low, the low, on the low. On the low, the low, on the low, on the low, on the low. Yeah.
Ready for the next track?
Let's go.
All right.
Alright. What up, Renzo?
Yeah, let down.
What up, Margot? Play it live. This is ZYME. 2 joints. Woo! Hey. If I care what they think, I wouldn't dye my hair pink. I put stories in art on my body in ink. Life could change in a blink. Switch up the game. Picture yourself flying on private planes. Ain't no complaints, sinners and saints. The lifestyle I live, it ain't made for the faint. Take aim, shoot your hate, still gonna be great. Wherever life takes, always be straight. Can I get a baddie who look like anime without fools always having something that they have to say? I'm way up high, can't find gravity, killing it, yo. It's a tragedy, trying to find my sanity in a world of vanity. Police brutality, no net neutrality, no fatality. As long as we survive, I'll be rolling up that loud, a cloud in the sky. Oh yeah, we chilling right now. But then I changed. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go back to 96. All eyes on me, they all wanna see. Staring at me, drunken nights, miss my flight. More to right, see the light. Will they love me in my death? What the sun just set? I ain't done yet, only getting started. Dropping hella bars, so I'm getting carded. Swear I got the greatest friends, this is what I'm thinking. Measy dropped 25K without blinking. Ego getting bigger, everybody shrinking. You seen the things I seen, you would know the feeling. Screaming in my head make me act out of character. Keep them on their toes, better get a pedicure. Should I get obnoxious or move more cautious? Wouldn't be a winner if I never took losses. If I follow rules, if I didn't live lawless, I wouldn't be aligned with the bosses. Before you came, but then I changed. Say what? Come on. Yo, let's go. One more time. Harajuku mixtape. Yeah.
We got ZYME here on Play It Live. My
What
goodness,
up?
what a way to start off the show. So we got On the Low and the letdown from your Harajuku mixtape.
Yeah, correct.
And you said that you did you recently visit Harajuku? Or-
No, I've been there before, but you know, it's always stuck out in my head.
Yeah.
You know, the crazy, the fashion over there.
Yeah. Oh man, it's like it's basically like walking down Fashion Week, like everyday lives of people, and it just makes you like, what am I wearing right now?
Yeah.
Fashion
It's like-
Week times like a gazillion.
Yeah, like Fashion Week on steroids.
Yeah, exactly.
and like that's their casual everyday wear. You know, they're not even like trying.
Yeah, nah, it's really inspiring place to be, and so like that's why I named the mixtape the Harajuku mixtape, is because like there's a lot of different styles on the mixtape, from like hip hop to like some kind of singing tracks.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And so what kind of inspired, like when you first arrived at Harajuku and you saw everything, what was kind of the first thing that made you go like, all right, I'm making a mixtape based on this place?
It was okay. So well, the first thing that like really caught my attention was I walked up and there's like some lady with her face painted and some like dragon outfit.
Yeah.
But I went into the stores and there was like a lot of really cool you know, rare fashions, and so I just bought a lot of clothes from there that I couldn't find anywhere else.
Yeah.
And so when I put this project together, like listening to all the songs as a whole, it was like, yo, I kind of related it to that street, because like literally every store that you walk into out there has a different feeling to it.
Yeah.
So every song on the project has a different feeling to
It's
it.
like a melting pot.
It's a melting pot, but it all works together.
Yeah,
a
definitely.
cohesive melting pot.
Yeah, a cohesive melting pot.
That's a good way of putting it. Now, this is your Harajuku mixtape. It's out right now. You can listen to it basically all streaming services. Yeah.
Correct.
Is it your first? No, it's not your first,
No
right?
way.
No, far from first. Yeah.
I've been doing music for a minute.
Yeah, so let's get into that. When did you first get started? And I know you didn't get started here, so let's take it back to day one of ZYME and how did that start?
At school.
First, it was Enzyme.
Yeah,
It
you
was
remember that.
Enzyme. That's
Yeah.
how I know you. Like, I don't even know your real name.
Because we actually used to live next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, Margot and ZYME used to be neighbors
In
all the way back
California.
in California.
Yeah, in California.
And
And
of
I'm
course,
just maybe like a couple years older than him.
Yeah.
So we were in high school about the same time.
Yep.
And I remember you gave my sister a mixtape.
It was
of
a
yours.
tape, right?
I think no, it wasn't a cassette tape. It was a CD already.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I think and she always had it, and I'm like, who is Enzyme? And then I just like see you around and we talk for a little bit, but I was like, Enzyme, like how? First, are we allowed to know your real name?
Yes, Jared.
Jared. That's so
okay.
So how did Enzyme form?
Everybody like gets so disappointed when I say this, because it's like literally, it's a pointless story. Like I just like the letters.
Yeah.
It looks nice together.
And
yeah.
it does sound great. It sounds like a great like stage name too.
Yeah, I looked at the letters. I love the letters, and so I went from Enzyme, and then I went to Enzyme Dynamite because somebody kept calling me
I
that.
remember that too.
Enzyme Dynamite.
Yeah, and then one day I was just like, man, let me get rid of everything. We're just going with ZYME.
All right.
So I went with ZYME, and I feel like ZYME was like my final form transformation.
That's great, yeah.
Because, you know, like I was telling her off air, like music, it was always like kind of a struggle for me, because like, you know, when I first started, I sucked, but I always had the passion for it because I love like creating and being a creative.
Yeah.
And so it took making a lot of songs to get to this point, and I feel like, you know, now is when I'm finally stepping into my final form, and I finally understand who I am.
Wow. So basically, your whole journey from Enzyme to Enzyme Dynamite, and then
Yes.
finally to ZYME, it's basically just you've been trying to figure yourself out and what you want to do.
Absolutely.
Did you always kind of have that in the back of your mind when you would make music as Enzyme or Enzyme Dynamite? You'd always be like, this doesn't. Was there always kind of like that itching feeling in the back of your head?
I always make what I feel.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
for sure.
I've never not made what I feel. Like, so if it's a certain sound, if I feel like making some like like
Yeah,
really fast
yeah.
stuff, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna
That's
make
the Dynamite stuff right there.
Yeah, actually it is. It actually
Yeah,
is. But yeah, no, I did have it in the back of my head. I was like, man, this is not me yet. This is not me yet. And then finally, like as of recently, I felt that I found myself.
That's great. I mean, it's a great feeling to have that, not just as a person, but also as an artist, because it makes it, I mean, I think every artist's purpose is to just create art that is so true to yourself, and it's great that you found that now.
Yeah.
What do you think was missing? Did you kind of have that tangible thing that you could name right now that you think was missing from your previous work?
Experience.
Okay.
Yeah, life experience.
Mm-hmm.
Life experience and just repetition.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all it took.
And ever since like day one, when you would create music, what was the goal for you? Like as Enzyme, you would be like, okay, I'm gonna create. Like you love creating, and you love being a creative. And when you sat down and wrote your first song, what did you want to like create for that?
Okay, so I've always, that's funny that you asked that, because I always wanted to just inspire people and move people. But then it got a little weird for me because I was in this group called the Balians, and we actually like kind of, I don't know if you were in the Bay.
Is it like Bay Aliens?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Aliens, yeah.
And we actually like blew up. We like had a song that was on the radio. Yeah, we like played shows with like Lil Wayne, and we had label deals thrown at us like left and right.
Yeah.
And you know, during that time, like it was like, okay, I just want the fame. I want the fame,
the lifestyle and everything. Yeah.
And so I really went into a weird place in there. But then you know, as of after that crashed down, because it definitely crashed.
Definitely.
When you live like that, you're gonna crash. And so I finally crashed, and I just kind of went back to, you know, my original point is like, I really want to like help people. Like if somebody's going through something, like I know that when I listen to a song, like if I'm feeling in a certain mood or I'm experiencing something, there's songs that like can save me and make me feel better, or you know, accelerate my mood, or whatever it is, you know, that I could relate to. And that's what I really just want to do with the music.
Ever since day one.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first song?
Oh yeah, it was horrible. You guys want to hear it? It was like,
yeah, sure.
It was something like, I'm running through the forest when honey's looking for us.
How old were you?
I was hella young. I was like probably like maybe 16, 17.
Yeah.
And then back then you were like, this is so cool.
Yeah,
I sound
like,
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Forest.
Yeah.
Yes, I got this.
I'm a genius.
Yeah, no, seriously. I was like, oh my God. Like, yeah. And like I said, man, when I go back and listen to it, I'm like, oh, cringe.
Yeah.
But, you know, it took that to get to here. So.
Exactly. Yeah, I was going to say that. If it weren't for, you know, Forrest and For Us, you wouldn't get to where you are right now, where you know you figure yourself out, which is great.
For sure.
And now for someone, you know, for people out there who try to make it, you know, in this industry, not just here, but of course online, it's so easy to just make it anywhere nowadays. And people who have just been grinding every single day for years now, you've been doing this for quite some time.
Yeah.
And you did say that experience is really what was missing from kind of that identity that you've been trying to figure out. What are some of these experiences or basically lessons that you've learned over the years that you kind of just like stick to your mind and would want to impart on other people?
Okay, so I'd say most importantly, first of all, is like always check your ego. Because when that Balians thing happened, like, my ego was huge. I cut myself off from working with people when I should have been, at that moment, I should have been helping people, and I should have been putting people in positions, and you know, that's the most important thing. And just to realize you got to be patient, because like you might make it to a certain level and then fall, and it's an up and down thing. So like you just have to be like mentally ready for it, and most importantly, like, you gotta love what you do. Like, I hear that all the time, but people really say that for a reason. You gotta love what you do, because if you're not like having fun doing it, then what are you doing it for? You know, like if you're trying to do it just to be famous, like, okay, cool. Well, when the fame comes and you can't go anywhere, like, you know,
what's next? Yeah, there's nothing else to hold on to.
You just gotta love it.
Exactly.
You know? Like, and every time that I get a chance to make a song, I love doing it. So.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people kind of mistake that, especially like, I mean, we were around artists a lot, Margot, and we ourselves, we're artists too. And that feeling when you do get that recognition, that affirmation, and that ego, as you mentioned, it can easily blow up, and people don't even realize it.
Yeah.
It's like they think they're loving what they're doing, but they're really just loving the fame, or they're loving the results.
Absolutely, bro.
And it's great that you figured that out, man. That's awesome.
It took to get there to come back.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I heard of a quote before: when they praise you, don't mind it. When they criticize you, don't mind it.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right?
I
Just
never
like,
heard that.
Let it all like not be a big deal, and you'll be fine.
Oh my God, that is so.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
hopefully you could take that. We could all take that.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true, though.
Let me tattoo that on me real quick.
But it's really interesting that you bring that up, because off air as well. We were talking about some deep stuff that we'll get into a bit later on, but you personally had a dark time.
Absolutely.
And I asked you what brought you out of it, and you actually said the Philippines and a certain person here in the Philippines.
Oh, wow.
So can you share that story with everyone?
So in my early 20s, I was dealing with depression, like really bad. Like, I wanted to not exist anymore. I would, uncontrollably cry. Randomly. Like, I was just done. I was done with life. I didn't want to live anymore. And I came to the Philippines and I saw this guy. I don't know his name. Like, he lived on the streets. He had like maybe 2 or 3 teeth, and he had 1 arm and 1 leg.
Yeah.
But every single time I saw him, he was smiling, and it really like sparked something in me. I'm like, dude, this guy is smiling and he lives on the streets with 1 arm and 1 leg. Like, what am I upset about? Like, really? And so, you know, that really was an eye opener for me. And from there, I learned how to train myself to make my highs and lows not so extreme, and to be grateful for what I do have, and grateful for the little opportunities, because, you know, there was a time when I didn't have any of this, and I wasn't at a radio station in the Philippines, you know, performing my songs. I didn't have that. And so, you know, wherever that guy is now, like, I want to thank him, because like that dude literally saved my life.
Yeah. And it's great. It's the power of just seeing people, I guess, be happy in the wildest circumstances.
Energy is contagious.
It
Definitely.
is.
You know,
It is.
and that goes
It
both ways too. If you're hanging around the wrong people and you're hanging around negative people, like, you're gonna get negative thoughts clouding your judgment.
Yeah. And everything, I think that's also part of, you know, the crash, as you mentioned a while ago, like when things can get so blown up, not just ego, but I guess standards, and your standards for happiness get so unrealistic and so irrational. It is so easy to forget the small things that are so important in the long run. You know?
Absolutely.
And that's something you realize, which is beautiful, which is great.
Yeah, so you said that energy is contagious. Another thing that's contagious is like inspiration. So like, when you were younger and up till now, do you find your inspiration for music? Aside from Herjuku, obviously.
Yeah. Honestly, inspiration is like one of the easiest things to find.
Yeah.
Like, like all the time. It's around us everywhere. I mean, some things I get inspired from is like good movies, good shows, good comic books,
Okay.
good art.
Pause.
Yep.
Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Oh, I don't have a favorite, but I have 5 that I could give you right
Okay.
now.
Oh,
that
yeah.
I like.
Yeah, definitely.
I liked Slumdog Millionaire.
Oh, that was great.
I
Yeah.
like Gladiator. I liked The Hangover.
Okay, yeah. I like how we went from Slumdog Millionaire
This
to The
is
Hangover.
so eclectic.
Yeah.
I love it.
I liked man, Infinity War was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I
So
can't
much
wait.
fun. It was,
Dude.
and it also just broke people at the end.
Yeah, oh yeah. I was definitely shocked, but I also like Thanos. So
Yeah, he's such a good character, dude.
Oh,
yeah,
he's amazing.
Complex characters are great.
Let's see,
You're
last
tripping.
one. No, he was. We gotta have to talk about that later. Unpopular opinion.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Add that to the list. Okay, and let's see. Last movie. I'm gonna take it back to the '80s, and I'm gonna say I like Arnold Schwarzenegger, so I'm gonna say The Running Man. I don't know if
Oh,
you've ever
wow.
seen that, but that's a great movie.
Yeah.
I love throwback movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, you know, so much inspiration, good stories. You know, like the inspiration's around us daily.
So when you say you get inspired by these movies, you know, I mean, it can be a whole range of movies, from serious to comedic. Do you find inspiration and you write about the movies themselves, or maybe characters that are inspired from these
Or
movie
even a
characters?
line?
Yeah, or is it just more about yourself that you maybe recognize, you know, something in the movie?
It's more the feeling that you get from watching it.
Okay,
You know,
yeah.
because I do everything off of feeling. So
Yeah.
like, you know, if I'm feeling a certain way, I try to when I create a song, I try to tap into how I'm feeling. So if watching the Infinity War, for example, you know, like you said, it was really twisted at the
Yeah.
end. So that really inspired me, because I'm like, whoa, that was a you know, real big mind.
Fudge.
Yeah, mind
There you
fudge. I was
go.
looking for the word. It was a
KVP
mind
approved
fudge.
word, yeah.
Yeah. So it was a real big mind fudge, and so you know, that was inspiring in itself.
Which is great, because a lot of people walked out of Infinity War wanting to just disappear. You walked out of there wanting to create music, which is
My nephew walked out crying
Oh,
because
no.
Spider-Man
I
died.
can imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the most compelling scene.
definitely. And
On
people, if you're still complaining about spoilers, the movie came out like months ago. All right,
Yeah.
you're not paying attention if you're still annoyed. We still have ZYME here on Play It Live, hanging out with us till the end of the hour. We still got so much to do and so much to talk about, but let's get right back into the music.
Okay.
Can you tell us a bit more about this next song?
This one is called Who Do You? It's pretty self-explanatory. It's a heartbreak song. You know, everybody who's been through heartbreak.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, let's do this, folks, on Play It Live. We've got ZYME.
Yeah, this song's about heartbreak. Shout out to everybody who's been hurt.
Who do you love? Am I ugly? Do you love me? Would you want me? If I was a nobody, I wish I was someone special. I'm a rebel, but I could show you a new level. Baby, are you down for moi? Are you riding with me or not? Are you gonna help me get that guap? Don't play with my heart, just stop. Say, I don't know what to feel. I don't know what is real. Don't wanna fight no more. Can't feel nothing no more. Don't know who I trust no more. I can't take it no more. Don't wanna fight no more. Can't feel nothing no more. Don't know who I trust no more. I can't take it no more. Who do you love? Who do you love? Who do you love? Who do you love? Love, love. Who do you love? You the type that I swipe right. Have a fortnight, you play epic games and it feels right. Suffering real life, but I want you without no filter. But your blood type is winter. You a cold-hearted killer. Figures you like that, with a figure like that. Rat-tat-tat-tat. That body is banging, it got me gasping for air. It's unfair how you leave me hanging, ayy.
We got ZYME on Play It Live. We're taking a quick commercial break. Be back with more of this right after the break.
Play it live.
99.5 Play FM.
With its 3D surround sound system, the limited edition Isuzu MU-X Lux will give you a new appreciation for traffic jams. An upgraded exterior and power tailgate complete the Lux experience. Isuzu MU-X Lux. Available in exclusive shade, Red Spinel.
Life is better when things are sweeter. That's how it should be. So open up and pour out what's special. Pour out Novelino now. Don't be shy, go on, just give it a try. Go on, pour out what's special. Pour out what's special. My wine and only Novelino.
Drink responsibly.
Pour out what's special. Novelino, my wine and only.
Next on Screenplay.
Halloween monsters come alive in a brand new, hilariously frightful family adventure. Goosebumps 2, Haunted Halloween.
Look at this. A mysterious disturbance recently took place in the town of Madison, Delaware. Creatures come alive. In the original manuscripts of R.L. Stein.
Columbia Pictures and 99.5 Play FM invite you to the advanced screening of Goosebumps 2, Haunted Halloween. Based on R.L. Stein's delightfully spooky, best-selling Goosebumps books.
What did you do?
It's time to make Halloween last forever.
On Saturday, October 27 at Gateway Cineplex Cinema 1 at 3 p.m. Just wait for the DJ's cue for a chance to win invites.
Let me get this straight.
Enjoy this funny, freaky, trick-filled movie treat for all ages. Goosebumps 2, Haunted Halloween opens in cinemas October 31st.
You're gonna need some serious therapy after this.
This movie premiere is made possible by Gateway Cineplex at the Adanata Center and the station of the new generation, 99.5 Play FM.
Take a break from the top 40 and clean your palate with that indie sound from the underground. Play FM turns your Saturday sideways with one whole hour of hits that you can never play when sharing the radio with mom and dad. Saturdays, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. 99.5 Play FM's Indie Go. Color your music with something different.
Play it live.
Baby, we don't need no reason why.
99.5 Play FM.
Come on.
And we're back with ZYME here at 99.5 Play FM's Play It Live. My name is Renzo.
And I'm Margot.
And what's going on, Margot?
All right, well, ZYME, you just sang for rap for us a heartbreak song.
Yep.
So can you tell us more about what inspired that song? Were you going through something personal?
Yeah, you know, my heart is like a revolving door. So it's like, you know, it's always like I think that's also been like an interesting thing because it's like I always look for love in other people until I found it to love myself recently.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
But yeah, you know, I've experienced heartbreak ever since I was a kid. You know what? Fun fact. There was this girl I was in love with in grade school.
Okay.
Well,
that's always when it hits the hardest.
Yeah.
Grade school, it's like.
and she said she would never even consider with me unless I like grew taller.
Ooh.
But now I'm like like way taller because I hit my growth spurt.
Yeah.
And I actually saw her and like she was like jumping on me in front of her husband. I'm like, dude, get
Whoa,
off of me.
what?
I
No
know,
way.
right? I was like, get off of me.
So
Like,
not cute.
and then her husband's in the corner like looking at me like,
And he's like
I'm
really, and he's like
dude.
a little shorter than you too.
You're
That's
like,
why.
Ha ha! If you just stuck with me during grade school.
Yeah. So that was you know, that was definitely like my first like,
Yeah.
let me take this knife out of my heart.
Definitely.
But this, who do you love specifically? Like, was it really? I mean, did you feel like you were ugly? Did you feel like you weren't enough for someone?
Because the first few lines, they're
Yeah,
very revealing, and it's like you're bearing yourself, and
Yeah.
not a lot of
Like-
people get that honest, you know.
and I could imagine a lot of people can relate. to
Definitely,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, I don't want to mention her name, but yeah,
We don't have to.
she's a famous Instagram model.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll just leave it at that.
They mostly are, you know how it is.
I know they get so many
The
DMs.
heartbreakers.
They get so many DMs.
You're just another message on the inbox.
Yeah, so it was definitely an Instagram model. So we'll just leave it at that.
Do you feel that you were like in a dark place when you wrote this song?
No, I was just more in like again, like really, like so then it was just like I actually was able to channel like all my heartbreaks from the previous years into like one moment, you know. So
So another melting pot.
Another an organized melting pot
of heartbreak.
Yes.
Oh man. Okay, so off air, since we're talking about heartbreak, and you mentioned depression earlier,
Yeah.
you actually last year, went through a lot of personal heartbreak.
Yeah.
You lost your father and your brother.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So can you share with us like your experience with that?
So yeah, it was really tough and it was really crazy. So first, my father passed away. He was doing some gold mining in Ecuador.
Okay.
And there was an explosion. He inhaled some chemicals and basically it fried his lungs. And so they gave him like a year to live, but then he died a few weeks later because he couldn't breathe. His body shut down. And then a few months after that, my brother, who was struggling with drugs, decided to commit suicide.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and so it was definitely really at the same time it was, as much as it was hurting me, it was also a real big eye opener because I needed to change the lifestyle that I was living. Because at the time I was going out drinking 6 days a week, drunk every night, and just hanging around the wrong people. And so after all that happened, I definitely fell back and kind of realized what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And did these like dark times inspire you as far as music? Like, is it something that you were able to kind of
turn into something?
Turn into something? Or they say that music, oftentimes making music is like therapy.
So okay, well, interesting enough, when my dad first died, I didn't do anything. I like just retreated into a hole. I signed off of social media. I didn't answer my phone for like a month. I didn't go out. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't want to create nothing.
Were you close to your father?
We were close. We didn't. So him and my mom were divorced since they were 5, and he was in prison for 8 years.
Okay.
But he definitely taught me a lot in life, and we definitely were close in the sense of like I could tell him anything. The craziest thing that I remember about my dad is this guy never yelled at me once.
Wow.
Like I never got in trouble with him once in my life. Never. Like never.
Was it because you never got in trouble with him, or is it because he never really liked yelling? Like,
No, he just honestly, he was really patient, and he would think some things were funny that I did, and he would just be like, "Hey, well, you need to learn from it." And he never yelled at me. I never got in trouble with him, and I had, that's the kind of relationship I had with him. So we just always like, I I could tell him anything.
Mhm.
Like I would call him and tell him everything. And the thing that was the craziest when he passed away was there'd be times that like I was going through something and I wanted to call him.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'd literally pick up the phone and like start to dial his number and be like, oh, wait a minute.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was the part that hurt the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like you're so used to just him being there, and one day it's just not. And that I can totally understand, because as Margot said a while ago, some people can turn that grief into music or just anything creative, but then the other end, people just like they shut down, and that's totally understandable.
So I shut down, and it wasn't until a while that I bounced back, and then I really got inspired again, and I started creating a lot of music. And it finally took me a while, but I actually made a song that kind of referenced them, their passing, and it talked about looking into the stars and seeing the stars smiling back down at me.
Yeah.
And
so how long was that break? I mean, I know your father passed away and your brother passed away last year?
They both, yeah. So it was my father passed away before Christmas.
Okay.
And then my brother passed away like maybe 4 months later.
Yeah. Oh, so early on this year? It was just this year?
Well, no, last year.
So like
last year.
December
Okay,
2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so how long was that break? I mean, how long
like,
were you just?
It was like 4 months. So it was crazy too, because it's like, it was right before Christmas. So it's like, hey, Merry Christmas. Like
it's never easy.
And that's the crazy thing too, is he would always I literally spent, like, when he wasn't in prison, like, I had spent every Christmas with my dad.
Yeah.
Every Christmas. Like, there was not one Christmas that I didn't see my dad. And so, yeah, it was just ironic that he had to go right before Christmas. And then my brother, my brother was more disappointing because it was a suicide.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God.
There's so much. There's so many things going through your head, and that it's impossible to sort that out when when it just happens, or even if it's just a couple of months after. But I gotta say, like 4 months, that's actually not that long. You got back up on your feet pretty quickly, like and relatively, And what kind of can you describe the day that you finally just were like, okay, I gotta continue this. I gotta keep going. Or is it kind of just like a blur at this point?
Yeah. It's a blur. But I definitely felt that when it was the day, like when the days did come, because I don't remember the exact day, but when it did come, it was like, all right, come on, let's go. Like, don't forget why you're here and what you have to offer the world. Let's go.
Exactly. That's powerful. I gotta say.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Like, you sound very reflective of yourself.
You have to be.
Yeah.
You have to be. You have to constantly reflect on yourself to grow.
And you sound like you said earlier, you're constantly checking yourself,
Yeah.
checking your ego, checking your emotions.
Absolutely.
Just
I'm like
checking yourself.
I'm a unstable molecule. You know what I mean? Like
I'm an enzyme.
I'm an unstable molecule. So it's like, yo, seriously, you got to be able to like. You constantly have to check yourself, because if you don't check yourself and if you're not like very aware of what's going on inside your spirit and your energy and your heart, or whatever you want to call it, like if you're not aware, then like you're gonna end up making bad decisions, or you're gonna end up hurting people around you, or you're gonna end up allowing people around you to continuously hurt you. So you got to learn, and it's a constant process, but you have to learn how to grow every day. You got to look back on every day and be like, okay, that was good. I did a good job on this, or I didn't do a good job on this.
Yeah. Because it's not a sign of weakness to admit that you were wrong or that you messed up. It's a sign of strength, and it's a great way to just keep getting better.
I must be really strong, because I'll admit that like I mess up all the time.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't? I mean, folks, come on. Even those tuned in right now, I'm pretty sure if you're listening right now, you messed up at least once today.
Yeah.
Even if it is a small thing.
Oh,
Mark, there it is right there. That's the mess up right there. We can all take a page out of Enzyme's book and ZYME's book rather. Thank you so much for being here once again, man, on the show. It's been such a great time getting to know you, and of course the music. Speaking of which, I do want to get back to it. Can you tell us a bit more about this next song?
Okay, so this next song is it's also it was kind of reflective of a dark time.
Okay.
And it's also very real. Just kind of everything that we just talked about is the inspiration for this song.
All right, so let's hear it, folks. On Play It Live, we've got ZYME.
Yeah. This is real right here. Real emotions. All alone,
so long. I sit around and play sad songs. No one knows what's going on while I sit around and play sad songs. It's never sunny on my side, moonlight and high tides. I've been wide awake late night, trying to catch me the right vibe. Maybe if they weren't so cruel to me, I see the world more differently. Maybe if they never made a fool of me, I see the world more differently. Fame is such a weird drive. I just wanna feel love. It's an illusion. There's no solution. It's an illusion. There's no solution.
To anybody who's going through anything right now, to anybody who's going through anything right now, you're not alone. If you're depressed, you're not alone. Be strong.
There you go. We got ZYME on Play It Live. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, folks. And when we come back, more of ZYME's music and, of course, his unpopular opinions. Don't go anywhere.
Play It Live.
99.5 Play FM.
San Miguel Oktoberfest na salamat at tayo'y magkasamang muli. San Miguel Oktoberfest na salamat tulad na sama-sama tamis ng ating samahan sa lungkot at kaligayahan. San Miguel Oktoberfest na salamat.
Drink responsibly. Download the Oktoberfest 2018 app for more details. Drink responsibly.
Cash, please. Cash, please. Yes. Isa pa. Cash, please. Yes. One last. Cash. Cash. Yeah! 100,000! Yes!
Phoenix gives more reasons to get your pulse racing. Bukod sa accelerating Phoenix fuels with pulse technology, may chance to win pa ng up to 100,000 pesos worth of fuels or cash. Gas up na sa Phoenix Station. Match all three sa coupon to win big. See posters for details. Promo starts October 5 to November 30, 2018. For DTI FTEB permit number 10488, series of 2018.
Next on Screenplay, Viva International Pictures, MVP Entertainment, and 99.5 Play FM invite you to the special advanced screening of Hunter Killer.
Sir, we've got a shootout under the ice. I told Sixth Fleet you want a hunter killer.
Starring Gerard Butler, Common, and Gary Oldman.
In order to cross waters that no American sub has ever crossed before. Submerge the ship.
We're dealing with a single rogue minister.
What if we could free President Zakari?
On Tuesday, October 30 at Robinson's Movie World Galleria Ortigas Cinema 1 at 7:30 p.m.
Torpedoes in the water! Ship ready! Solution ready! Weapon ready!
5 seconds, sir.
Fire!
Just wait for the DJ's cue for a chance to win invites. Hunter Killer in cinemas October 31.
Did we just start a war? No, but we might have still been the one.
This movie premiere is made possible by Robinson's Movie World and the station of the new generation, 99.5 Play FM.
Club Play.
Hey, this is Avicii. I'm Martin Garrix. I'm Diplo.
What's up, guys? It's CVO.
Club Play. Now on Friday and Saturday nights from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. with DJ David Ardiente.
Welcome to the show. My name is David Ardiente. This is Club Play.
Play responsibly.
When life gives you traffic, carpool or commute, less cars on the road means less pollution. You can even try walking or biking to work or school sometimes. This is Billy from the bonus stage reminding you guys to play responsibly.
Have fun. Live life. Play responsibly. A friendly reminder from the station of the new generation, 99.5.
Play FM. Play it live.
99.5 Play FM.
And we're back with ZYME here at 99.5 Play FM's Play It Live. And I did want to ask you, since you've been coming back here every now and then back and forth, when was the first time you went to the Philippines?
Oh, man, it was like...
2010?
I think a little before. I think it was 08.
Okay.
Wow.
I know 10 years old.
Do I want to date myself?
Do I want to admit that I'm that old?
Yeah, I was gonna say like I just started high school, but yeah. So you've been back in like ever since that time in 08. Have you been consistently going back and forth, or is it only recently you've kind of been dropping by?
It was more recently that it was a consistent thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was more recently that it was a consistent thing. It went from like once, every couple of years.
What brought you out here in the first place?
Okay, so that's so funny because I always get this question.
Yeah.
So my roommate in the Bay Area, Filipino guy, he's like, yo, he knew that I was like getting into traveling.
Yeah.
And he's like, let's go to the Philippines. And I'm like, Philippines? Like, why I want to go Philippines?
Yeah.
Like, and he's like, nah, trust me, let's go to the Philippines. And I'm like, all right, let's go. And I came out here and it was like mind blown. Like, oh my God, this place is amazing. Like, what? How did I not want to come here in the first place?
Yeah.
And so I just kept coming back. And then, when I started linking up with all the music guys, it just became really fun for me. Like, it was just the scene here, especially like over, the past few years, it's just really gotten to a whole another level.
Yeah.
And it's just good to see that. It's good to see a thriving scene like this because, in the States it's cool. Like that's where like I feel the epicenter of entertainment comes from LA.
Definitely, yeah.
But even though it's like the epicenter, at the same time it's not alive like it is here.
Really?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people like from here, we kind of romanticize the States like that, where it's like, oh, that's the end all be all. It's like that's basically like the final frontier.
I think that's a lot of people's like perspective.
Yeah,
I'm just doing everything backwards.
Yeah.
And but it's just, I don't know, it's fun. I love it. Like there's a lot. Man, the talent here is insane. Like everybody can sing.
Yeah, that's kind of like a thing that Filipinos are known for.
I think maybe it's just more real here.
Yeah.
Like you see raw talent. You see people just showing themselves as opposed to, another stereotypical thing about LA is everyone literally is in La La Land. Where they're just where it's just like it's all this kind of
about the glamour,
this pretentious. What can I show you about me, like physically? What am I wearing?
Yeah.
Who am I wearing at that?
Yeah, and at that point, it's not even about the music anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
And we talked about it a while ago. It's like that's when people just start loving the fame and loving the glamour. They don't love the art.
Yeah, and like you said, it's real. Like
it's real
here, and that's that's the answer to the question. It's real here. It's raw. The music scene is alive and well.
Yeah, and that's actually a huge point that's been raised recently because there have been so many underground indie creators here who, when you think about it, making music here, like the end goal isn't glamour. It's like nobody makes billions here making music. That's like the sad truth of it. But in the other like flip side of it, that's when you start weeding out the rest of the people and you start bringing out the artists who just want to create music for the sake of creating music.
But you know what I think it is? Sorry, I know this is about ZYME, but I feel like I need to talk about this. I think it's the new generation, the kids right now, the young kids, teenagers, early 20s, they know it's real. That's why they're so into watching vlogs. They're so into reading. They could feel genuine people. Whereas before, people got lost in the looks of things.
Yeah.
In just an Instagram where you could see a photo and get so many likes. Now it's like they want to hear what you have to say. What is your message?
Yeah.
So that's why maybe you gravitated towards the Philippines and why now the scene is the way it is.
Yeah. I gotta say though, there are some bloggers out there that are still kind of ingenuine.
I know. But you know what? It's because these kids are searching for realness,
and they can recognize it.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of us have because we're so exposed to so many things online. Like, it's like everything.
And where it's like so obvious. Like, are you serious right now?
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Really?
Dude, it is funny too because it's like this is a conversation that comes up all the time. It's like, you never see the bad things what people are doing when they're posting.
Yeah,
you know, like
yeah.
you only see the good. You only see
They
like,
cut it out.
oh, I'm good. Look
Yeah.
at me. I got a bottle on my hand. Look at me.
Yeah.
I just bought new clothes. Look at
Yeah.
me doing this. But it's like you never see when it's like, okay, I'm just sleeping or
or I didn't do anything productive today. Yeah.
Or I cried today.
Yeah. Or you cried today.
Yeah.
See, and that's one thing that I really wanted to touch. And thank you guys for allowing me to play some of this music and even talking about the whole depression stuff. Is we all cry. Like I don't care who you are. Like at some point in your life, you're gonna cry if you haven't cried yet.
Definitely.
And it's okay. You know what I mean? Like it's okay to feel bad, but as long as you learn how to bounce back, you gotta always bounce back.
That's great. And I think that's also, like, as Margot said a while ago, this generation that's just so unapologetically themselves that like people are just not afraid to post those things, like, oh, I cried today, or like I feel like nothing today, or like I just feel drained. It's like there's no remorse in accepting that sometimes you just are sad. Like there's no it's like you shouldn't apologize for that. Because nobody's happy like 24/7.
Yeah.
So like that's a great way to just phrase it, I guess. So how about we get into something that we had you do a while ago? I feel like it's very important. So folks, here on Play It Live, we like to get to know our guests, not just in the sense of their music and the sense of what got them here, but also things that they like or things that they don't like. And so that's why right now we have ZYME's Unpopular Opinion.
Yes, indeed. On Play It Live, we have ZYME's Unpopular Opinion, starting off with number 1. He didn't share his opinion of this.
Oh.
He just said Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Well, no, I was going to say that Game of Thrones, I've never watched it.
Okay.
And I don't have any drive to watch it.
I got to tell you now, it's too late. It's way too late to start.
I think that's why.
As someone who watches it like religiously, and I tell a lot of my friends to get into it, for you right now, it's too late, man.
Just don't even.
That ain't it, Chief. That ain't it, Chief.
When they make another remake in like 30 years or something, that's probably
when they make the movie.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I need the cliff notes.
Why? How come you never got into it? Is it like, do you have a lot of friends who tell you to get into it?
Yeah, everybody's always told me to get into it, but I don't know. I just never cared for it.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd rather watch Stranger Things.
There you go.
Stranger Things. What other series are you watching right now?
Stranger Things.
There you go. Season 2.
Yes. When is season 3 coming out?
I know.
Can you hurry up?
Next year, Halloween, right?
Yeah, that's usually when it is.
It was supposed to be. They pushed it back.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
hate
The
that.
kids are getting busy.
No, and because I think the production value,
the
first year was like, okay, second you're like, but now people
How are they going to top themselves now?
No, but they got more money to pay people.
They're all going to come back with mustaches.
Exactly.
So true. Their voices are hella
They're
deep.
getting a lot
Dustin's
older.
about to have his teeth.
Yeah. And they're legit going to start like shooting up aliens and stuff and just like in monsters.
11's like in high heels and hella curvy.
Like a
11
Gatling
is
gun.
30. 31.
11 is no longer 11. Okay, now ZYME's second unpopular opinion. This has to do with rap artists and beef.
All right.
What do you have to say about MGK's diss to Eminem?
All right, so let me start this off by saying Eminem has like always been like one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But MGK on that diss washed him. You know, he washed him. And don't get me wrong, Killshot was great too. And Killshot, he came back and killed him. But I don't care what anybody says. Like Eminem has a dent in his armor from that diss track. Like
So what was it? What do you think? Maybe not like the lyric, but the idea that probably hurt Eminem the most.
Ooh, I would say. I mean, honestly, there was a few parts.
He
in
went
there.
He went like way below the belt. Like it was like beyond below the belt.
Honestly, there was a few parts in there that I would have honestly, if I was like M, I would have been hurt. Like I had my feelings hurt.
Yeah.
It was just crazy to see somebody come at him like that because nobody ever has.
It's Eminem.
You know? And like I said, don't get me wrong. Like Eminem definitely came with the kill shot, but he will forever, have a scar from that MGK diss.
Definitely. And you know what they say? It's like work until your idols become your rivals.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. Yeah.
Okay, and unpopular opinion number 3. Kanye West. I still like him.
I still like him.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I love Kanye West. You know, like everybody's like, oh, he's so crazy. Oh, he's this. Oh, he's that. He's off his meds. He shouldn't be with a Kardashian. Da, 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 da. The Kardashians ruin him.
They're always blaming the Kardashians.
I think that's a sad part.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think blaming is.
He's a grown man.
He's a grown. Yeah.
They're like, oh, I want the old Kanye. Honestly, like Kanye's. Every one of his albums is still phenomenal. Even the last one that just came out was great.
Pablo,
Even Kids with Ghosts,
Yeah.
like Kids See Ghosts.
That's right, yeah.
Like that was a great album, you know. And it's like I hate that you know, people bash him because it's like, dude, like this dude has always pushed the envelope. You know what I mean? He's always like created trends.
Yeah.
And he's done a great job of like taking old school artists and new school artists and fusing them. He's always like found the young talent and also like paid homage to the people that came before him. And he's a musical genius, and I hate when people bash him.
So I think it's because you respect him so much musically that it's kind of everything politically that he's doing is, you know, it's not really on your radar at all.
I might not even agree with him, but
Yeah.
I still think he's a great artist.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Margo knows what I feel about Kanye West, but I totally respect that, man. I totally get it.
Yeah.
So, there's that.
He's like, get off my show.
He was like, we were vibing so well, ZYME, and then you had to go and say that.
Oh, you have a last song? I didn't even know you had a last song. Deleted it. No, I'm kidding, for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, is there one more?
We could talk about, there's two more.
Okay, yeah.
This had bad reviews, but you enjoyed it anyway. Venom.
Venom was, I saw it twice, back to back.
I wanted to see it twice. It was great.
It was great.
I really liked it.
It was so good.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Like I've read the comic books, and you know that's how they interpreted it in the movie. That's not how Venom was created. But it was really good, and for the most part, like after they created Venom, like they got it right. The dialogue between where Eddie Brock and Venom was like on point because they were always talking to each other.
And this is coming from a comic book fan.
Oh,
so
I love
like,
it.
you know, a lot of people when they say like, "Oh, you only like the movies, I bet you never read the comics," but this is coming from someone who actually did and still enjoyed the movie.
He was one of my favorite villains.
Actually, one of the critiques that I think you told me you heard, Renzo told me he heard among friends or peers, was that they didn't like the way what is Eddie. Eddie's character just gave into Venom. But then I watched it, I was like, he didn't at all.
Yeah, he was like, he was trying to,
he said, no, you listen to me, you listen to, you know, it was really a banter between the two.
Even in the end,
Yeah.
like when he's walking away, he's like, okay, you could do this, but we got to do this.
Yeah. It was a nice compromise.
I was,
It's like a buddy cop movie.
Yeah, it was, in one person.
I had to see it twice, literally back to back. I went and saw it and
Literally back to back.
No, and
You sound like you're in high school right now.
back to back.
I like how you walk up to the lady in the ticket booth and then you're like, you watch and you come out and you see the same girl. I want one more, please.
Yeah, no, seriously, it was
like a theme park ride.
I was like, let's go again.
Yeah. All right, that's good. All right, so one more.
And then the last one, this is the one you mentioned earlier, Thanos.
Oh man,
he's great.
He is awesome.
Just share your perspective and why you feel he's great and awesome.
Okay, I feel like he's another he's another one of those like kind of Venom characters that's like a villain, but he's good, but he's a villain, but he's good, and you want to like him, but you want to hate him, but you want to like him. But I think that you know, he genuinely feels that he's doing the right thing by like destroying half of the universe.
You know what's so funny? This is the same reason why you like Kanye.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like Kanye
Yeah.
is the music's Thanos.
He is.
Okay, let's be careful with the words we're about to say real quick.
No, because his intentions.
Oh man.
You know, his intentions. He's so blinded by his intentions.
Yeah.
And I feel like Thanos is too, right?
And I, you know, and that's just that's a really crappy part is that you know, when something is so against the grain and everybody's looking at you telling you you're wrong, but you know, like in your heart, like, yo, like I really mean good and I really mean like the best. And if you really listen to some of his interviews, like when he was talking about you know, there was one thing that he said that really stuck out to me. It was something about because everybody's like, oh, well, you like Trump and Trump's racist and da-da-da. And he was saying something like, well, I'm going to handle it with love, because if I can't sit down and have a conversation, that's the problem, is like we don't have conversations. Like it was something along the lines like that.
I thought we were still talking about Thanos. I got worried. I was like, they interviewed him about Trump?
No, we're back to
I didn't
Kanye.
see that DVD
We're
extra.
back to Yeezy.
Yeah. But I like Thanos because, like, you're right. I mean, the way they wrote him, it's like there's a certain point of the movie where you're like, he's kind of making sense. Like, just seeing what he's been through and what he had to just like suffer through, and knowing that no other way was working, and so he was just so determined in that one way, and you're like, I kind of get it. So it's like you don't root for him, but you're like, you get it.
Yeah,
and that's what makes him good.
And even when he killed Gamora,
yeah.
Oh, and he like cried and he felt bad. That was actually like the same thing in the comic book. So in the comic book, he actually went back and worked as a farmer.
Okay.
To reflect on the pain that he was feeling.
Yeah.
So
it's great. It's a very complex character.
No,
which is great.
He's amazing. He's
nice.
amazing.
All right, there you go. ZYME's Unpopular Opinions. I loved it, man.
Boom, boom.
Loved it. So, very interesting insights. We got to know you a lot this whole hour, and unfortunately, the hours got to end sometime. Thank you so much for being on the show, ZYME. I hope you had a good time.
I'm gonna cry right now. It's over already.
Yeah, I know, dude. Well, we'll see you back for the next mixtape, right? Right? Like, there's always gonna be a next mixtape.
I hope so.
Before we let you go into your final song, can you let us know about any shows you have coming up, or where they can follow you on social media?
Oh man, yes. I do have a show coming up. Can somebody hand me my phone, please?
His phone.
I put my phone. No,
phone.
I had to put my phone away because I didn't want to be distracted.
Yeah, for sure.
At all. Cause
I love the being present. That's
so
awesome.
I do have a show. It's coming up. It's actually a free show, and it's called Made from the Street. And it's on 11/10. It's from 3 p.m. onwards at 1202 Mataas na Lupa. Did I say that right?
Okay, Mataas na Lupa. Yeah.
And it's a big shout out to my homie for putting me on. And it's got a lot of my homie Marlo, by the way. Snappy.
I was gonna say you should shout him out.
Snappy. It's got a lot of locals. Jay Blaze, Migo Señores, Aaron Detman. Yeah, from Barrio Verde. Yeah, shout out to Barrio Verde.
Awesome.
And my homie DJ Stilo is gonna be spinning, and so it's gonna be a fun time. So I'll be performing there.
Okay.
There you go. And social media.
Social media at ZYME is cool. It's ZYME ISCOOL.
There you go. And folks, he is. Thank you so much for hanging out.
Oh, and real quick, I want to shout out. Make sure that you check out all my music on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, all the streaming platforms.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
That's what the Deezer.
Your handles.
It's just ZYME,
no,
right?
it's just ZYME. Yeah, ZYME. Check out all the songs that you heard are available on there, and the song that you're about to hear.
All right, Harajuku mixtape is up there as well, folks. Check it out. This next song is you said your personal favorite. You love performing it. You love actually just like getting it out there.
Yeah, this is my favorite one. I love it when I see like even little kids singing it, and it's just a good feeling. And on this one, I'm gonna bring out my homie Leaf. He's gonna beatbox.
Yeah. All right, what's up, man? Thank you so much.
Let's get into this one. This is my favorite one.
All right, so for one more time on Play It Live, but definitely not the last, we have ZYME.
Yeah, Suicide Doors. Be sure to check it out. Stream it. Yo, let's go. Suicide doors on the go Lambo. 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 Busting off rounds, yeah, Rambo. Caught up in the fast life, can't get a handle. Make a wish, got it lit as a candle. Shorty GPS got me switching up my route. 101 South with a blunt in my mouth. If you ain't talking money, then what you talking about? I could get you, I don't say that loud. Hitting licks all day, all gold, everything. Bottles, ace of space. Baby, so hustle made. Pulling up is something clean, doors open up. Driving by you haters with my middle fingers up. Don't care what you have to say, shut the up. You can't stop a raging bull from coming up. Suicide doors. Do you really wanna do or die for it? Suicide doors. You don't know what you really ride for. Suicide doors on the go Lambo. 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 Suicide doors on the go Lambo.
You There's unrest issued from him like a wave of sound.
Yeah.
And on the tide of flowing music, the ark was journeying, trailed her cables like lanterns.
Say what? We on 99.5 Play FM. Shout out to Renzo, Margot. This is ZYME. All the listeners, anybody who's listening, I need to know if y'all ready. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Suicide doors on a go limbo. 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 Suicide, suicide. Suicide doors on a go limbo. Suicide, suicide. Suicide doors on a go limbo. Suicide. Suicide doors on a go limbo. Suicide. Suicide doors on a go limbo. Yeah. This is ZYME. Thank you for tuning in. Back to the music faster. Check this song out on Spotify, Apple, all the streaming services. Suicide Doors. Yee!
Play it live.
You're tuned into 99.5 Play FM. It's the Home Run.
Play it live every Wednesday, 8 to 9 p.m. on the Home Run with Renzo and Margot, with replays on Saturday, 8 to 9 p.m.
Play it live.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Because there's nothing like hearing it live.
The station of the new generation.
99.5 Play FM.
The phone rings, already know who's calling, but every time it's after 2. It ain't you, but the champagne talking, saying, baby, when you coming through. You like to call me when you're high, end of the party, I'm your guy. Thing is, I do this every night, and I don't wanna come off impatient, but you only call when you're wasted. You only call when you're wasted. You only call when you're wasted. I wait for the day you tell me you'll see me in the afternoon. Don't get me wrong, I love our late night evenings, but that ain't all I want from you. You like to call me when you're high, end of the party, I'm your guy. Thing is, I do this every night, and I don't wanna come off impatient, but you only call when you're wasted. 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 You like to call me when you're high, and baby, trust me, that's alright. 'Cause I will answer every time. But we should be taking these places, and you only call when you're. I don't wanna come off impatient, but you only call when you're. As much as I love when you're naked, you only call when you're. You only call when you're. You only call when you're wasted. You only call when you're wasted. You only call when you're wasted.
Play it now.
Play it loud.
Number one for new music.
And all the hits. The station of the new generation.
89.5.
Play FM.
Hey, it's 9:08. This is Billy for the bonus stage, and this is 99.5 Play FM. Number one for new music and all the hits.
Sipping on rosé, Silver Lake, sun coming up all lazy. Slow cooking pancakes from my boy, still up, still fresh as a daisy. Playing ping pong all night long, everything's all neon and hazy. Chanel this, Chanel that, hell yeah, all my girls vintage Chanel baby. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. This is no big deal. This is how we do, yeah. Chillin', laid back, straight stuntin', yeah, we do it like that. This is how we do, do 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 do. This is how we do. This is how we do, yeah. Chillin', laid back, straight stuntin', yeah, we do it like that. This is how we do, do 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 do. This is how we do. Big hoops and maroon lips, my clique hopping in my Maserati. Santa Barbara chic, Atlas Super Rica, grabbing tacos, checking out hotties. Now we're talking astrology, getting our nails did all Japanesey. Day drinking at the Wildcat, sucking real bad at Mariah karaoke. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. This is no big deal. This is how we do, yeah. Chillin', laid back, straight stuntin', yeah, we do it like that. This is how we do, do 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 do. This is how we do. This is how we do, yeah. Chillin', laid back, straight stuntin', yeah, we do it like that. This is how we do, do 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 do. This is how we do. Yo, this one goes out to the ladies at breakfast in last night's dress. I see you. Yo, this goes out to all you kids that still have their cars at the Club Valet, and it's Tuesday. Yo, shout out to all you kids buying bottle service with your rent money. Respect. This is how we do, yeah. Chillin', laid back, straight stuntin', yeah, we do it like that. This is how we do, do 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 do. This is how we do. This is how we do, yeah. Chillin', laid back, straight stuntin', yeah, we do it like that. This is how we do, do 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 do. This is how we do. This is how we do. This goes out to all you people going to bed with a 10 and waking up with a 2. Not me. This is how we do, yeah. Chillin', laid back, straight stuntin', yeah, we do it like that. This is how we do. What? Do 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 do. Wait. No 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 no. Bring the beat back. That's right.
This is how we do. This is how we do.
Just press play. Play.
99.5.
Play FM.
Take a picture of all my flaws, or you could take a video on your phone. And I know that I would talk, but I'm too afraid to pick you up and go home. I'm feeling dazed like a magazine, finding my insanity, wishing it'll all go away. Now I'm smoking up the balcony, telling me profanities, maybe it was never okay. 3, 4, 5 waves stayed. She told me I'm a narcissist, doing it again. Took a bunch of acid and she told me not again. Now I gotta tell her that I love her not for friends. 3, 4, 5 waves stayed. She told me I'm a narcissist, doing it again. Took a bunch of acid and she told me not again. Now I gotta tell her that I love her not for friends.
doing it again. Took a bunch of acid, she told me not again. Now I gotta tell her that I love when I'm friends.
And I've been seeing somebody, but I've not found a way to tell you that I see somebody. There's no nice way for me to say that I've been seeing somebody. You know I want you to be happy. Seeing somebody, and then maybe we can get on with it.
She told me I'm a narcissist, doing it again. Took a bunch of acid, she told me not again. Now I gotta tell her.
Station of the new generation, 99.5 Play FM. Welcome to the Wednesday edition of the bonus stage. My name is Billy. We're on all the way till midnight, so yes, if you got something that you want to hear, it's 633-0995, or better yet, at 95 Play FM on Twitter. Trust me, that's a lot quicker. We are also streaming live via twitch.tv/95 Play FM, so tell your friends all about it. Here's a song brought to you by Embassy Whiskey. Chill muna tayo, drink responsibly. It's a playlist of breakout coming in from Cheat Code, so do vote for it at 95 Play FM on Twitter. This track is called Home, right here on 99.5 Play FM.
Blonde hair and a sundress, paint on her lips. She's new to Los Angeles. Not used to the lifestyle, not used to the rules. Don't know if she can handle it. So come in close and stay right by my side, side, side. Believe me, baby, I know what it's like. And she said, home, it feels like home when I'm with you. Home, it feels like home when I'm with you. Leave it all behind, put your hand in mine. Home, it feels like home when I'm with you. Feels like home. Feels like home. Spend time like a Rolex. I'll order a car, take her where she hasn't been. Oh yeah. Undress at the coat check, make out at the bar. She bad but she's innocent. So come in close and stay right by my side, side, side. Believe me, baby, I know what it's like. And she said, home, it feels like home when I'm with you. Home, it feels like home when I'm with you. Leave it all behind, put your hand in mine. Home, it feels like home when I'm with you. Feels like home. So come in close and stay right by my side. Believe me, baby, I know what it's like. The truth is, out here, people are ruthless. We started drinking rum and talking through the night. And she said, yeah, yeah. Come a little closer, feels like home.
That is Cheat Codes by Home. You're still here on the bonus stage, and that song was brought to you by Embassy Whiskey. Chill muna tayo, drink responsibly. Here's something from the 2017 Yellow Ranger. It's Becky G with Can't Stop Dancing.
The lights are shining like the sun out tonight. Just keep your body moving how I like. Oh yeah, the music feels like paradise. Can't get any better, no. I wanna stay right in this moment for life. Baby, treat me wrong, treat me right. be prepared to come and push up on my. Just can't stop dancing. Don't wanna chance it. So don't let go of me. Don't let go of me. Just can't stop dancing. Again now, spin around now, down now, to the floor now. Believe it, I feel it, it's in the air. Although you can't see it, you know it's there. My heart keeps on racing in overdrive. Once the music hits my body, I feel so alive, and it's alright.
The bonus stage. 99.5 Play FM.
OMG, guys! Have you seen the message of Emperador and Coco Martin in their billboards along EDSA MRT? They have a lot. From North Avenue all the way to Taft. I felt like the message was meant for me. It inspires me and keeps me going. Ramdam na ramdam ko nga ang message. I can feel the good vibes and positivity spreading cause I felt na bilib ang Emperador sa akin. Sabi nga ng billboard nila, ang Pinoy ay magaling. Ibang klase ang talino. Masipag. Those are just some of the words that describe me. Ako yan eh. And I'm proud to be a Filipino. It's something I want to see before I go to work because it motivates me to do my best. Also, it's something I want to see going home. After a long, tiring day at work, it feels so good to start the day with this kind of message. When life gets hard or just plain crazy, you'll feel inspired with this kind of message para sa patuloy na sipag, tiyaga at determinasyon para sa patuloy na tagumpay. Kaya go lang ng go! I totally agree with Emperador's message. Ang galing talaga ng Pilipino. Dahil dito, umaangat ang buong bansa. Ang tagumpay natin o ng bawat Pilipino ay tagumpay ng buong bansa. Kaya nga, Emperador, ating tagumpay.
Check. Mic 1, 2.
Hello, Pilipinas!
Ready na ba kayo for Coke Studio Season 2? OPM is coming home with
Shati Dope, Ben and Ben,
Moira de la Torre,
Sam Concepcion,
KZ,
and many more.
Taste the sounds of Pinoy music.
Taste the feeling.
Catch Coke Studio Season 2 Homecoming. Sundays 11:15 a.m. on TV. Subscribe to Coke Studio PH on
Next
YouTube.
on Screenplay. Halloween monsters come alive in a brand new, hilariously frightful family adventure. Goosebumps 2. Haunted Halloween.
Look at this. A mysterious disturbance recently took place in the town of Madison, Delaware. Creatures come alive. From the original manuscripts for R.L. Stein.
Columbia Pictures and 99.5 Play FM invite you to the advanced screening of Goosebumps 2. Haunted Halloween. Based on R.L. Stein's delightfully spooky best-selling Goosebumps books.
What did you do?
It's time to make
Halloween last forever.
On Saturday, October 27 at Gateway Cineplex Cinema 1 at 3 p.m. Just wait for the DJ's cue for a chance to win invites.
Let me get this straight.
Enjoy this funny, freaky, trick-filled movie treat for all ages. Goosebumps 2 Haunted Halloween opens in cinemas October 31st.
You're gonna need some serious therapy after this.
This movie premiere is made possible by Gateway Cineplex at the Araneta Center and the station of the new generation, 99.5 Play FM.
Press rewind and crank up the volume for the hits of not too long ago.
Forget
It's playback.
I'm so sick of love songs.
Playback is your music throwback. Sundays, 24 hours on 99.5 Play FM.
The station of the new generation.
99.5 Play FM.
Scoochie. Huh? I drink till I'm smoke till I'm castle on the hill. Wake up in the sky, you can't tell me I ain't fly. I know I'm super fly. I know I'm super fly. The ladies love luxury. That's why they in love with me. Out here with the moves, like I invented smooth. You can't tell me I ain't fly. I know I'm super fly. I know I'm super fly.
I stay fresh as hell. Take a pic, I might as well. Hell, drop the top and take a selfie. My car drives itself. I got white girls blushing, homie. College girls rushing on me. All my diamonds custom, so they clutching and they touching on me. Ooh, think it's vegetables. Ooh, think it's edible. Ooh, it's incredible. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I smell like bun number 99. Section full of fine dimes. Staring at me saying, wow.
Unforgettable, like that King Cole. Gucci berry wine, I'm singing to yo. A one-man show, a human bankroll. She lost in the sauce, cause Gucci got the glow. I drink till I'm smoke till I'm castle on the hill. Wake up in the sky, you can't tell me I ain't fly. I know I'm super fly. I know I'm super fly. The ladies love luxury. That's why they in love with me. Out here with the moves, like I invented smooth. You can't tell me I ain't fly. I know I'm super fly. I know I'm super fly. Now watch me fly. Now watch me fly. You can't tell me I ain't fly. I know I'm super fly. I know I'm super fly.
I'm so fly, I don't need no flight attendant. Cuban link, don't need no pendant. I ain't never had no partner. Yeah, now all my records trending. Oh my, came from stealing bikes to flying another G5. I don't know why I ain't smoking this cherry pie so much, but this my life. I'm on. I be smelling high tech when I like it's basketball. I drop 50 pointer on my wrist. It's Lil' Kodak, take a pic. I came home and dropped the hit. All these diamonds got me sick. I'm acting spoiled. Cut it in. I feel like I can fly. So first the duff is crazy. Feel like I can die. I done finally got my wings. It made me wanna sing.
I drink till I'm smoke till I'm castle on the hill. Wake up in the sky, you can't tell me I ain't fly. I know I'm super fly. I know I'm super fly. The ladies love luxury. That's why they in love with me. Out here with the moves, like I invented smooth. You can't tell me I ain't fly. I know I'm super fly. I know I'm super fly. Now watch me fly. Now watch me fly. You can't tell me I ain't fly. I know I'm super fly. I know I'm super fly.
Just press play. Play.
99.5
Play FM.
I gotta get that back. It's a thug life. It's a thug life. I gotta get that back. It's a thug life. It's a thug
skeletons I know I possess. I saw perfection out in ways I no longer accept. I understand what I neglect in times when I obsess. I'm learning to confess, this fate is harder to digest. The biggest threat I'm up against is who I face in my reflection. Depression, still an uninvited guess, I'm always accepting. Can't help but meet the feeling with a familiar embrace. When I know that it'll kill me, if I give into my brain, I see the shadows inside. They 10 feet tall with no eyes. They put my head in the water, and it's so beautiful under the sun reflecting off the corals. Colors I can't describe to make the darkness divine.
Number one for new music. 99.5
Play FM. San Miguel Oktoberfest na.
Anong oras na? San Miguel Oktoberfest na. Bilang pasasalamat, may buy one take one at participating bars. Maraming salamat. Diyos mabalos. Palpalig ya salamat. Takala salamat. Damo nga salamat. Taghang salamat. Agyamanak launay. Madamo gid nga salamat. Salamat. From San Miguel Oktoberfest Beer and Music Festival. Tara na! Promo runs from September 7 to December 31, 2018. Per DOH-FDA-CFRR permit number 1057 series of 2018. Drink responsibly.
San Miguel says salamat with free entrance and free beers sa first round at official Oktoberfest parties. Check out the list on San Miguel Oktoberfest Facebook page. Drink responsibly.
Sana Geronimo po, minsan ang life walang preno. Nandiyan ang rehearsals, plus taping, plus recording, plus out of town with friends. Whew, kayang-kaya. May puhunan na akong Tibay Plus takas eh. Bear Brand Adult Plus. May 100% B vitamins, tulong para di agad mapagod. Plus 100% vitamin C, tulong para sa immunity. Malay natin, manalo ng award, plus bagong business, plus vacation trip with loved ones. Sa RG po, di lang may tibay at lakas. Ngayon, may Tibay Plus, Lakas Plus. Mag Bear Brand Adult Plus with 3 balanced meals araw-araw.
The playlist, the 30 biggest songs of the week.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready for the 30.
Hey guys, I'm Bruno Mars.
Hi, I'm Ellie Goulding.
This is Charlie Puth.
Ariana Grande.
We're 21 Pilots.
Get ready for the playlist.
Broadcasting live from the 9th floor of the Paragon Plaza. This is The Playlist.
The playlist every Friday, 3 to 6 p.m.
Only on the station of the new generation.
The playlist.
99.5 Play FM. It's like having the same t-shirt.
Only in pink.
If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be.
You've heard version 1? Now here's version 2.
Baby, just let it be.
99.5 Play FM.
We could make this moment last forever. Laying with you, laying with you. You're spinning round and round just like a record. I don't wanna move, I don't wanna move. I see you perfect, you stop blushing. Got all we need and so much more. Could take on the world or just do nothing. All I know is, baby, even when you wake up, laying with no makeup, you're beautiful, beautiful. I know you think I'm crazy for loving all your features, even in your t-shirt. You look like a model, model, model. You look like a model. We could make or break this thing together. Getting it right, oh yeah. Heart has got me beating under pressure. Come alive, come alive. Know that I never saw it coming, something I wasn't looking for. Now that I found you, I'm not running. Yeah, I see it perfect, you stop patching. Got all we need and so much more. Could take on the world or just do nothing. All I know is, baby, even when you wake up, then you're with no makeup. Beautiful, beautiful. I know you think I'm crazy for having on your features, even in your t-shirt. You look like a model, model. You look like a model. Oh, you think I'm crazy for loving on your features. All I know is, baby, even when you wake up, then you're with no makeup. Beautiful, beautiful. I know you think I'm crazy for having on your features, even in your t-shirt. You look like a model, model. You look like a model, model. You look like a model.
Station of the new generation, 99.5 Play FM. You're right here on the bonus stage. It is 9:37 in the evening. Time check brought to you by Bear Brand. Fortified powdered milk drink. Dapat ang tibay. Always present. Mag Bear Brand araw-araw. And by Jollibee. Mag Jollibee drive-thru now for Jollibee freebies and Caltex gas discounts. Para my joy on the road. Let's rewind all the way back to, let me see, 2008 or early 2009. And I was pretty hyped for this particular PlayStation portable RPG called Ushiro, which was made by Level 5. The makers of Ni no Kuni and, if I believe, I think Yokai Watch and Professor Layton. So there, it is a horror-themed JRPG set on the streets of Tokyo where you play as, I believe, the ghost of a teenage boy who recently passed away and is now just watching over his girlfriend, who, of course, is still alive, and basically protects her from other evil spirits. And the premise was pretty interesting, and they even had a trailer back then, but after that, it kind of just fizzled out, and for the longest time, I believed it was canceled. However, there are reports saying that Level 5 is reviving the game and are going to basically bring it on over to Nintendo Switch. So something from 10 years ago is alive and well again and just coming to a platform that is admittedly pretty big now, and I would definitely love to see this fully released because, yeah, the premise is pretty interesting, and the art style in itself is, okay, kinda creepy, or, I would say appropriately creepy because, yeah, we're dealing with ghosts and spirits here, but still charming in its own right because, well, that's kind of Level 5's thing. So do check it out, facebook.com/95playfm and at 95playfm on Twitter, while we give you Jonas Blue featuring Liam Payne and Lennon Stella. It's called Polaroid on 99.5 Play FM.
Let me tell you how it happened. I wasn't looking for someone that night. No, I was never a believer, but you could fall in love at the first sight. But all of a sudden we loved and got lost in the moment. All of a sudden she's gone in the flash of a light. I never was looking. I'll be looking for the rest of my life. We took a Polaroid. You signed your name upon it. Someone like you, 1,000 people at the station, and the second you slipped out of